Hey friend, this is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I'm excited that you're here with me today. We are going to make a Slimline card, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Slimline cards today. This is my creative inspiration calendar, albeit not printed very well because my printer is running out of ink. But if you want to get one of these in your email every single month, all you have to do is sign up for my emails. There's a link below this video. It says get my emails. It's at the very bottom of the description list. You scroll all the way down, click that, you sign up for my emails there. You do have to make sure to confirm that sign up. Also, if you place a Stampin' Up! Order with me in the month of August, you will receive this thank you card in the mail from me, along with this little ladybug charm. So I will be mailing these out periodically through August, and then make sure all of them get sent out by the end of August, beginning of September. And you can place any size order and you'll receive this gift. If you place a $50 order though, you will get to use my punch card. When you get 10 punches, you get a free stamp set or of your choice. If you do 2 full punch cards, you can pick a bundle of your choice. So I just wanted to share that really quick before we get started. We are going to use a brand new stamp set today. This is called Tricks and Treats, and this is from the brand new holiday catalog with Stampin' Up! That will begin on September 6th, I believe. And let me double check that. I said that and then, you know, I just want to double check it. So this catalog is, I've already mailed out this catalog to anybody who requested one from me. So if you're on my email list, I send emails out asking people to just sign up and request a catalog with their current mailing address. In the past, I've had a lot of problems with sending catalogs and just sending it to like the last address on file, and then it's a problem, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, if you want a catalog, you can totally get one from me. I will put a link below the video to request a catalog from me. I have no problem sending them. And let me just verify. I can't show you the inside of this catalog yet because it's not live. Yeah, September 6th is when this catalog will go live. So this is one of the bundles from the catalog, and it's called Tricks and Treats. It has the little Frankenstein, the little house, super cute little Dracula guy here. It also makes a box. I think we're going to make that today just so I can show you what it looks like. So this die is to make a box or a bag. And then there's this little border edge that's really, really cute. And then it cuts out the house, die cut for the house. There's a die cut for Frankenstein. There's a die cut for our vampire. There's a die cut to make a candy corn. There's a ghost. There's die cuts to make, I'm assuming this is to make holes in the bag so that you can tie it together. There is this really cool shape that kind of looks like an acorn to me a little bit. Does it go with anything that's on here? I don't think it does. Yeah, no. And then there's this little boo sentiment, a little tag. Again, you could use that for your little bag. So super, super, super cute stuff. And we're going to make a card. And then if we have time, we'll put this bag together really quick just so you can see it. Okay, so let me set this aside, and I've already pre-cut some cardstock. So your traditional Slimline card is 3.5 by 8.5 when it's folded. Okay, that's like the most traditional. I actually did a little research on this, and that was the most traditional size that I could find. Now, I have seen Slimline cards in 100 different sizes. So really, a slimline to me is just anything that is like narrow and long, like longer. So there's mini slimlines that are often about 3 inches by 6 inches when they're folded. My card base is cut at 7 inches by 8.5. So when you fold it, I already scored it, you end up with 3.5 by 8.5. So let me grab my bone folder here. And just burnish the edge of that. And then I will need something for the inside. So we're gonna use, this is cut at 3 1/4 by 8 1/4. And we'll put this on the inside, but I think I'm probably gonna stamp on it and decorate it, so I don't wanna adhere that just yet. And we need one for the front. So 2 ways you can do a slimline. Obviously, you can do it vertically or horizontally, and totally up to you what kind of theme or idea you want to do. So I'm going to use my Sweet Petunia grid paper. I love this grid paper. It's nice and small, compact, easy to use, and so I keep it on my desk all of the time. I do have a link below the video for this if you're interested in it, along with all of the other products. There's a link that says measurements and supplies. If you click that link, it takes you to my blog, and that's where all my supplies are listed. Okay, so we're gonna do some ink blending, and I'm gonna start with Gorgeous Grape. This is Stampin' Up! Ink colors. And I'm gonna start with Gorgeous Grape. I guess I should have got out my ink blending tools before we started here, but you know, that is what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start blending. And then I am going to blend into using Azure Afternoon, which might be an interesting combo. We're gonna see how all this goes. And then Lemon Lime Twist. So I just kind of want a fun Halloween-y background. And I know not a lot of people make Halloween cards, and truthfully, I generally don't make a lot of Halloween cards. For Halloween, I tend to lean more towards treats and treat bags and goodies and stuff like that. However, I happen to have 2 very cute, very sweet little nieces that live in Montana, and I really enjoy sending them goodies in the mail, like cards and treats for all the holidays. Sometimes I'm better about it than others. Sometimes I slip and forget, but for the most part, I try to make sure I always get something to them for any holidays that are coming up. So this will be no different. So this card will probably go to them. And what I'll do is probably just do the 1 card and then fill it with treats and goodies and fun stuff for them. And I always try to make kind of a different shaped card when I'm sending it in a box, because you know, you can purchase envelopes obviously for slimlines. However, I find that I usually don't have a bunch on hand, and it's just easier to pop these in a gift box or something like that. So I won't even put this in an envelope most likely. I will just have fun putting it in the box on top of everything, and they'll have a fun card to look at. They really like it when I send shaker cards. Well, I should say their mom really likes it. But this time they're gonna get one of these. So anyway, my colors scheme here is a little unusual, and I don't know, I was just like, what fun colors could I put together that are just like bright and happy, but kind of feel, you know, like they lean towards Halloween. So that's how I picked Lemon Lime Twist and Gorgeous Grape. And then I thought, what color would transition those 2 colors well? Because if you mix Lemon Lime Twist with Gorgeous Grape, you're going to get brown. They are complementary colors on the color wheel. So you cannot mix complementary, well, let me take that back. You mostly cannot mix complementary colors on the color wheel. You have to, so like blue and green are near each other on the color wheel, and blue and purple are near each other. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this over just so I don't mush colors into each other, and I'm really not happy with this yet. So what I'm gonna do is go back over all of the colors, add more layers, and then I'm also going to really overlap them where they meet to give more transition. So we're gonna do that, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I added more layers of ink, and I really like how this is turning out so far, but I just kind of want to darken up the edges a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to come into the edges of the Lemon Lime Twist and just add a little bit of a layer there, which will darken it up just a little, because Granny Apple Green is just a little bit darker than the Lemon Lime Twist. And then you kind of have this cool glowing effect in the center, which is really what I'm going for. So we're going fun but spooky, you know? So then we've got Blueberry Bushel, and I'm gonna go in to the sides. Woo-wee, woo-wee, woo-wee. Okay. I may have made a little boo-boo there. We'll fix it. Going into the sides here, just darkening up that Azure Afternoon. Okay. I don't love that little mess up, so I'm just gonna go and kind of dull it out there. And then we've got Blackberry Bliss, and that's darker than the Gorgeous Grape. So I'm gonna come in around the edges, and it just really is gonna darken everything up without me having, now I could get this same effect using the Gorgeous Grape, so, and the Azure Afternoon. So let me explain. If I wanted to darken these edges up, I could do that by just continually going over and over and over this paper with the same colors, and it would darken it. However, I feel like it cuts down on time significantly if you can just do what I'm doing and go one shade darker. But if you don't have all of those inks and you can't do that, then that's okay. And this is kind of how you can end up with the result without having the extra ink. Okay, so there's our finished background, and I really love it. I think it's gorgeous. So now we're gonna do some fun stuff to this background. We're gonna start with doing a little bit of water splattering. So, you know what? Let me think. Let me decide. I think I'm gonna water splatter last, because what I want to do is I want to do some heat embossing on here, but you cannot heat emboss on something like this right now, because if you did, all your embossing powder is just going to stick everywhere. So I think, let me decide. You know what? I think we're going to stamp. Okay, change my mind. This is the fun part of creating on the go. I think I'm going to stamp stars to start with. So we'll use clear block here. And I'm going to stamp stars in Lemon Lime Twist all around the background inside the Lemon Lime Twist. So we're just now adding layers of dimension and texture and interest. Then I'm going to clean my stamp. Oops. And I'm going to grab my Azure Afternoon and stamp the stars all in the Azure Afternoon. And as I'm doing this, I am just kind of turning my stamp in different directions so that And it's okay, like if one overlaps into the other color a little bit, it's totally fine. Okay. And then we're gonna use Gorgeous Grape and background stamp in Gorgeous Grape. This card is gonna be fun and it's gonna have a lot going on. So that was my intention when I set out to make this card. I feel like Slimline cards give you an opportunity to really do something fun and different and, you know, just have fun with your stamping. And really quick while we're at it, while we've got this out, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do some stars just down the edge of this piece. Let's get the lemon lime twist, because what I'm thinking is this will be a fun little compliment and nod to the front of the card, but still leaving you plenty of white space to write your notes. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. I should have turned my stamp there so my big stars were in other areas, but that's all right. Okay, so we'll set this aside. And now what I think I'm gonna do is, or what I know I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my MISTI and I want to stamp this house in the background in random places. So I think I better put it kind of in the middle, actually. Okay. And I'm going to use Hero Arts Intensified Black ink. I tend to see that when you use this black ink, it has a really strong black like coverage, and it's really crisp. That's, I don't know, the best way I can describe it is it's really crisp. Okay, I'm gonna stamp it again. Still not quite dark enough for me. Beautiful. Okay, so there's that one. And isn't the black beautiful with all these colors? I just think it's so pretty. We'll stamp one right here. Do we want to go further? No, I think we'll go in. And again, inking it up, and we're just going to stamp multiple times. Three times seems to be the one that works. Okay. And then we're gonna go just butt this up in the corner. I actually am gonna move this down because I want this kind of coming off the page. If that makes sense. I've got this trapped. Let's move that out of the way. So when I'm creating a card like this that has multiple layers of inking, and kind of my idea is this very fun, elaborate look, one of the things I try to keep in mind is, this is what I'm always thinking. What could I add next that will look really cool? Because I struggle a little bit with making cards like this, where it's like lots of layers, lots of interest. And I think that comes from my learning to stamp. When I first started learning to stamp, obviously, as you all know, I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 13 years. And there is a few interesting schools of thought in the Stampin' Up! World, if you will. And one of them is simple is easier for people. So when you keep something simple, and I do want to just show you something. I screwed this up. My cardstock moved and I didn't realize it. So it's a little bit muddied, but it's going to be totally fine. Because there's so many layers to this, I don't think anybody's going to notice. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do ink splatters without doing splatters. Because I have put down this black ink and I don't want to splatter over that. So, or I shouldn't say ink splatters. I'm going to do, well, I was going to do water. Maybe I'm not. Okay, I know what else we'll do. We're going to use a gel pen instead. See, so many options. So I'm just going to go through. You know what? Before I do that, I lied again. I fibbed to you again. I wanted to add some of these bats. These bats are so cute. So I thought it'd be cute to add some of these. I totally forgot about the bats. Okay. So I'm going to stamp this on a piece of scratch paper first. With photopolymer stamps, sometimes you have to stamp them a few times to kind of season them so that they don't kind of end up not stamping well, if that makes sense. Okay. So there is our bats. And I originally was going to add a ghost, but I don't think I'm going to now. I think I'm done with the ghost idea that I was going to do. And now I need to wipe my surface because I have ink everywhere. And wouldn't it be a tragedy to mess this card up at this point after I've done all these layers? Look, I have ink. I can see it. I've got black ink. I've got different colors of ink. Okay. Now, make sure this is nice and dry. Now I'm going to take my white gel pen and I'm just going to kind of randomly go in and do a few dots here and there. Not too many, because I don't want it to look like it's snowing. All I'm doing is actually, I'm kind of like trying to think of stars or twinkly, like as if it's splattered in a little bit of a way, but not, because again, I don't want it to have the feel of snow. So got to kind of be careful there. Okay, so now we're going to set this aside and just let it dry because I think it's adorable, so cute. We're going to bring this in and we're going to bring in our solid cardstock. Let's get our MISTI back in here. Put our MISTI to use. And we are going to stamp our Frankenstein head and our Okay, his ears go up, not down. What is this called? Dracula. I keep wanting to call him something else. Okay, we're gonna grab those up. Grab my lemon lime twist for old Frankie. And then gorgeous grape for Dracula or the Count. Remember when, I don't know if you know, I'm a Sesame Street kid, so I grew up on Sesame Street and watching Sesame Street. I didn't grow up on Sesame Street. You all knew what I meant. Anyways, so remember the Count from Sesame Street? I always loved him. I thought he was fabulous. Okay, we're gonna peel these two guys off. Set them aside because they need to be cleaned. And then we're gonna take these guys. This is the beauty of using the MISTI. And I'm gonna line this up right over the top. Is that supposed to be a, oh yeah, okay. And then Dracula's face and his hair. Kind of nestle those together where they make sense. And close this down. And then we'll grab our black ink. And we're going to ink this up nice and generous. Ta-da! Oh, I didn't get Dracula's head quite enough, so let's do that again. And I didn't go up high enough with my placement. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. Because I can see green on top of his hair. So that's a super simple fix. Okay, those are so cute. So I'm just gonna grab, you can grab any black marker. I'm gonna use a black Copic marker. And I'm just gonna go right over the green. As if it never happened. There we go. Fixed. Okay, so I'm gonna die cut these. And then I'm gonna decide what else I think I need on my card, and then we'll just pull this whole card together. Okay, did my die cutting, and we're just gonna pull this card together now. So we're gonna start with our little insert piece. I just want to grab my ATG gun and add that in the center. Okay, and then we're gonna add this panel to the front. I will admit, I kind of wanted some silver foil cardstock to go under this for the front, but I didn't have any. I'm so bummed. I had zero. Because I thought that would just be a nice little touch, but it's okay without it. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm gonna take, I should have done this before I did that. Whoops, oh well. This little ink stamp is in there, so I thought, okay, I'll take this and I'm gonna, you know what, stamp it here first. eek, eek. We're just randomly, hold on, let me do my placement. Okay, so we're gonna have this guy here. We're gonna have this guy here. We're gonna have this here. And we're gonna have this here. So like an ink right there. Maybe right here. And one right there. How cute is this? Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so our monsters are gonna go on Stampin' Dimensionals. And I gotta tell you, I love the background of this so much. I'm having a hard time adding the monsters. Like, I feel like I could just do this background and be done. Like, that totally would be fine. So if you were to put a bunch of effort into a really cute background and you were like, you know what, I'm good with this, that's okay. You don't have to add layers on top. I just am, I don't know, I just had to use these cute little monsters, so we're gonna add them. I debated adding googly eyes to the monsters, especially the Dracula, but I don't know. I don't think it will go with the vibe of the card, so I'm not going to do it. So we're gonna put this one here. Now, this is my new fun tool. I already did a video on it, but I'm bringing it in just so you can see it. This is the Precision Glue Press, and the reason I'm going to show this, well, you're going to see it all the time because I use it all the time, but I wanted to talk about it again today because I had a couple of questions from my last video. I had a couple people say, I have arthritis and I don't think this would be good for me. Actually, I think the opposite is the case. So this is not hard to use at all. I'm barely pulling. So I think if you have dexterity issues or arthritis, this will be a game changer for you. It's got that nice precision tip, as you just saw, for me to glue everything together very nicely. And just like that. And let me grab my tweezers. Tweezers are always a plus. And it just is comfortable and easy in your hand. So to get the glue press, it comes in a bundle. It's the press, the stand. You have to have the stand to have the press because otherwise it won't. It won't stay unclogged because the thing is it sits inside this on that little cushion and it keeps it from clogging. It's a miracle of miracles. I don't understand it. Don't ask me the physics. Okay, so because I've done all the things. I've done where you put the pin in. I've done where you put the lid back on. It's got the little needle that goes into all the things. Still have clogging problems. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But anyway, the glue press, the full bottle of glue, an empty bottle to put whatever glue in you like, and the stand is $34.99. So there's a link below the video for this if you want it. I am an affiliate with MISTI. Every single time I say that, I get asked if I'm still a Stampin' Up or did I leave Stampin' Up. The answer is no, I'm still a Stampin' Up. And you can be an affiliate with certain companies when you are a demonstrator. You just have to have permission. I have that. I have an email proving it. And every single video, I feel like now I need to announce that because I do get asked the question a lot. And I understand the confusion. For years, people have been under the illusion that if you work for Stampin' Up, you can't use any other products. That's not true. But if you're a demonstrator and you're wanting to use products that are not Stampin' Up! Or be affiliates with other companies or any of those things, you need to reach out to Stampin' Up! Compliance personally and get your own answers. Don't just go based on what I'm saying here on the video, okay? All right, so this is our finished Slimline card that we did together. Super cute. And I think I got these out because I thought I would add some of these black gems. So out of curiosity, let's just see. I don't know, this might look really weird. Actually, super cute. Let's make his eyeballs glittery enamel dots. Love it. So that's super cute. So we're just gonna leave it at that. I think that's good. I don't think Frank needs them. Let's put one on Frank and see what it looks like. Nope, doesn't work on Frank. Works great on Count. So there we have it. Super cute finished Slimline Halloween card. This will go to my little nieces. And then on the inside, it's got the little stars that kind of match the color scheme on the front. So fun and so cute. So let's make this bag or box or whatever it is you want to call it. I'm gonna grab, let me grab the Halloween paper. So there's this Halloween paper. And if you cut this right, let's just use a pattern. Let's not try to be too tricky. This paper is called Them Bones. It's 12 by 12. Oh, by the way, everybody always asks, where do you get the envelopes where you store your 12 by 12 paper? Got them on Amazon. I'll link to it below the video. Let's see. How cute is this paper? So cute. That's the answer. So cute. Okay. Let's just go with this. What the heck? Okay, so now I need to cut this. Oh my gosh, if you guys could only see my workstation. Okay. Let's just cut this in half at 6 inches. Oops. And then I'm gonna go over to my Vagabond machine and cut 2 of these out, okay? Okay, friends. So we're just need to put these together now. So I'm gonna just bend them first on their score lines. And this is where you could use those other ones I showed you to have like tie ribbons at the top. I'm not gonna bother with that because I just wanna put this together for you. And then you're gonna use tear and tape adhesive or some other really strong adhesive. I would not recommend just using like regular stuff for this. I would use something extra strong. And then we're gonna line this edge. So this is just the little tab side. So we're gonna line the regular edge up to this one. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, and then the bottom, I'm just going to add adhesive to the one flap. Like that. Remove the backings. Did I put this together crooked? I think I might have. And then to seal the bottom, what I do to make sure that it's all nice and stuck really good is I use my bone folder and go down and push like this. Now, there's your little cute box bagger right there. And if you want to seal the top without holes, you could just push in like that and do that. How cute is that? You could staple it, fill it with candy, staple it, put a little tag off the top of it. But there are these guys that would go here and cut the holes for you. Okay, and there's 2 different sizes. And then there's also this little cute tag to hang off, stamp and do something with, hang it off, do the eek on there, cute, and you're done. Really cute, right? Okay, so there's our Slimline card and our little bag. I hope you had a fun time hanging out with me. I know this video was long. Thanks for hanging in there with me, and I'll catch you in the next video. Remember, if you need any of the products that you saw me use today, just pick them up in the link in the description below the video that says measurements and supplies. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.